This past Saturday, I went out and purchased some records on Record Store Day 2023. And when I got them home, I was sort of looking at the receipt thinking, these were really expensive. And it got me thinking, like, in general, when would I spend sort of this much on records, being as how I buy, albums often. And it got me looking through my collection, looking for things, all the prior RDS records I'd purchased. And I was sort of curious, and I was surprised by how many I had. So I was going to go through them now, and I'll show my newest purchases at the end. So starting way back in 2023, this is Grizzly Bear live on KCRW, and these are a few live tracks that I guess weren't available on any LPs. And then we have The Dead Weather with Hanging from the Heavens. This is from 2009. And I actually bought this at a Dead Weather show. So it shows you in 2009, things were a little less popular. Another 2010 Dead Weather EP. This was actually re-released with a different cover. So it is available, just different cover. This is Zhao Zhao and the Dirty Beaches, and I bought this at, I believe it was a concert for the band Y, and Zhao Zhao was the opening band. This was, I guess, the overstock. It just shows that the bands were able to go out on tour and still sell these RSD titles. This is TSOL 2013 with a track You Don't Have to Die, and I really like the band TSOL, and Jack Grisham is just about, like, I think next weekend finally coming out with his sort of documentary on the band. So that's something to look forward to. 2013, when I purchased this was sort of the first time it really resonated with me that Record Store Day could make some cool releases, like things that were kind of missing as far as like making something available, because this was they redid perfectly like the newspaper packaging for this pill single, and this was never available in North America either, so it was just like, oh, that's really clever and fun. This one, The Cure and Dinosaur Jr., Just Like Heaven. I remember seeing Dinosaur Jr. in 1991, maybe, at a club in Vancouver. I forget the name. And I don't know why I remember this, but I remember my friend kind of smirking and looking at me saying, as if they're going to play Just Like Heaven, a cover song for their first song, because all these people are yelling, play Just Like Heaven. This one is a bit of an odd one to me. I don't know why it's valued so much on Discogs. The highest is 148 and it has an average of 50, which seems expensive to me. This is a Jay Arner flexi disc, I guess. And this is rare because there was only 300 of them made. But Jay Arner, I believe, is from Vancouver, so I guess that makes sense. This one I was really surprised to see because I've always wanted the original with JFA's Blatant Localism from 2014. And I remember buying this just in a used section in a record shop in Toronto. And what makes this different than the original is just it has color on the cover and back. Alex Chilton with Jesus Christ. This is 2015. It's on blue vinyl. I like the band Big Star, and seems like many things that Alex Chilton is involved with, but I haven't found just anything he did as a solo artist that resonates with me. The Dills with I Hate the Rich, 2015, blue vinyl. This had been re-released prior to this, but it was always with a different cover. This was re-released with the original cover, and blue vinyl. Parquet Courts with Mardi Gras Beads. This is from 2018, and really the only thing that makes this sort of special is it has this original sort of classic rough trade single sleeve. Youth of Today, One Night Stand from 2019. This one's really cool to me. I early 20s listened to a lot of Youth of Today in 1991. Well, I guess I was only 18 then. But this has a sort of an interesting hidden groove. So if you play it multiple times, there'll be multiple openings or endings to some of the songs. It's got this nice cover, and this is, another sort of like, oh, this is a great release. I was looking forward to this one, but disappointed. This is Alexander Skip Spence, and these are some sort of kind of interesting that demos maybe from the making of the album Or, which I don't own that LP, but I'm interested in it. But these are, they didn't need to be released, in my opinion. This Vince Guaraldi's Baseball Theme 2022. I'm a big fan of Charles Schultz's work, and this has an alternative take. I really love Vince Guaraldi's work. I have a lot of his music, and this was just fun. I was happy to see this. Oh, it was on white vinyl. Those are all the singles, and now I'll quickly go through the LPs that I've ended up with over the years through these record store days. This is the Animal Collective Transverse Temporal Gyrus from 2012. This is basically music from an art installation. It's just ambient music. It comes with a really interesting big pull-out poster. Animal Collective, in my opinion, are very, what's the word? Not consistent as a band. I saw them live once and they were terrible, but I really like the artist Panda Bear. You can hear, I don't know if you can hear those sirens, but I'm just going to continue on. This 2016, The Other Side of the Sun. This was totally just a fear of missing out purchase. Don't really have anything to say about this. It has some nice songs. I'm not sure if they've continued on with the Sun series, but there it is. Mad Villain, the Fortet remixes. I know I bought this during the pandemic, and I bought it from a local record store, and they hand delivered it to me. But it's a good record, although the only difference between it and other releases of it are the cover. And again, it just sort of shows 2014 that these records would hang around, although they still do. But Mad Villain is a pretty well thought of artist, so you wouldn't think you'd be able to still get that years later at the record store. Here we go with Spectrum, Highs, Lows, and Heavenly Blows from 2018. This was another RSD title that I actually went out looking for. I really wanted this. And really the only difference between this and a reissue that came out the same year is this is orange. So I guess this was an RSD first before I knew what that was. I just assumed, if it was out on record store day, it was only going to be available that day. This I remember being really expensive when I bought it too, in 2018. It's good, but it comes with absolutely no extras, just an orange record. The Search for Animal Chin, 2018, 1,000 copies. This was something I was excited about, and it's terrible. It's just the audio from the DVD put onto 2 records with all the noise of the skateboarding. It's not the music. It's just the audio track from the TV show or movie, however you want to describe it. The Wrens, Silver. This is from 2019. There were 1,500 copies. First time on vinyl, colored vinyl. So if you like the Wrens, you'd like this. Swerve Driver, 2019. RSD first, but then I don't think it was ever re-released. So I guess this is the only pressing of it. If you like Swerve Driver, you'd like that. The Cure with 17, picture disc 2020. I don't know why the Cure releases are always on picture disc. People and myself generally feel like the record sounds good for a picture disc, but I just think it's a really ugly photo, let's face it, for a picture disc. I don't see why it needed to be this. They could have maybe had an alternative album cover or just made it black. I think that would have been fine. Jarvis, the Jarvis Cocker record from 2020. This actually is one of those really cool records, in my opinion, as it comes in this really nice matte cover. The paper is really nice. It's textural. It has a 7-inch in it, which is quite cool. One side of the 7-inch is etched, and yeah, just nice. I don't think it was available outside of this release, and I really like his work. Spaceman 3, 3B3 from 2020, yellow vinyl remastered. Comes with nothing else but the record, and again was really expensive. And a lot of people are mad at all these thank yous down here that don't seem to relate at all to the music. But if you like the music, there it is. The Swirlies, they spent their wild, youthful days in the glittering world of the salons from 2021. This was an insanely heavily delayed record, and something must have gone wrong with this. The album cover is just a folded piece of cardboard. It's not what you would think of it as an album cover. Yeah. I like the music. It sounds really good, but it was heavily delayed, and then the packaging is severely lacking. Soho Scene 67, 2021. For some reason, these Soho albums are blocked on Discogs. You can't resell them. I don't know why. Maybe they've lost the licensing to the music or something. I'm not sure. But fun to have. This, I don't know why I purchased. No More Tears picture disc with Ozzy Osbourne. It's a good album. I don't know if I needed this picture disc. But again, just was right there and bought it. This was a record I really wanted and sought out, Voivod's Nothing Face on pink vinyl. It's a great album, and it's fun to see the album on the turntable because it is such a vibrant color. I'll show it. So, a hard to find record, Canadian progressive metal band. I recommend. Blur, Bustin' and Dronin'. This is an album that I wanted, was looking forward to, and it's not good. It's not reflective of Blur's music, and I still see this on the shelves in record stores around where I live. And this was something I kind of lined up to get, and cost a lot of money. It looks like nice packaging, but not great music. Townes Van Zandt, At My Window, remastered by Kevin Gray on blue vinyl. Oddly, this was also released in 2012 as a RDS title. And I should mention that some of these are Black Friday Record Store Day releases as well. The Doors with Paris Blue. I don't know. This is okay. There's a whole lot of Ronnie Krieger singing, and I don't know. It's interesting. I'm a fan of the Doors, so it's interesting to me. But a casual fan, I don't think, would get a lot out of that one. And okay, so here we are with my latest purchases, and you'd think I wouldn't try twice, but this Blur album, the special collector's edition, I was really looking forward to, and yeah, it's pretty good. I have a few Blur singles where they really play up the Englishness of I guess where they're from. obviously. And this is the packaging reflects that with this album. And yeah, the B-sides to all their singles from their first three records, when B-sides, meant something. And I quite like this. Recently, I saw this band, A Place to Bury Strangers, and I liked them, but it was what I liked about seeing them was it made me go back and look at a lot of their older records, and they were really great. But when I saw them live, it was very intense and abstract and noise. So I was a little scared that's what this would be, but it's not. It's very listenable, and there's a lot of people on here that have done remixes, like Glock, Andy Bell, I think from Ride, and there's LCD Sound Systems and other people on here that they've just done remixes of A Place to Bury Stranger songs. It's really good. I really recommend that. And finally, I have here, grew up in Vancouver with Skinny Puppy, and I've always enjoyed this kind of gothic industrial music. So we have the Sisters of Mercy with Reptile House, and this is great too. The vinyl is really cool. It's a smoky vinyl, and it came with the original liner notes, and it's just fun. It's fun to have, and that's what I think Record Store Day needs more of, is just releases where they're just unusual and for lack of any other word, fun to have. The Chet Baker mono releases and all the jazz 180 gram releases of unheard music is all great as well. But that's my Record Store Day. I guess in final, what I'm sort of wondering and understanding once I've looked through all of this stuff is very few of these records are worth what I initially paid for them. So if that was my motivation, I would be in a sorry state. But I love all these bands, and I'm taking a risk or taking a chance on hoping that these things turn out to be worth keeping, and they all have, really. And I guess just the high prices of them kind of makes me wary of continuing on with these purchases, but I probably will. And anyways, thanks for watching my video.